Hi everyone, apologies for the wonky camera, I haven't actually got a stand set up yet, but welcome to this Doctor Who action figure review. This is the first of hopefully many reviews I'll be doing on my channel, and today I thought it would be very appropriate to start with the newly released, but sold out, character online exclusive Second Doctor and Tardis from the Abominable Snowmen. Now, this TARDIS is different to the ones that we've been receiving in the B&M sets. It has lights and sounds, something that hasn't been seen on a classic TARDIS since the early days of the Forbidden Planet exclusives, which I missed out on. So, this is a bit of a first for me. Uh, Overall, it's your standard packaging, the horrible Doctor Who logo at the top, character online exclusive, and a nice viewing window showing off the toys at the top, the front, and the sides. And then on the back, you get some information about the story as well as a very nice product image. Back around, and then as a backdrop, you have the Himalayas, which is very nicely rendered, but is a bit of a problem, and I'll get onto that in a moment. But overall, it does look very nice. This set was extremely limited. In fact, I do believe, sadly, now it has sold out. This review is quite late, so if you are looking at getting this, you're going to have to pay the prices that they ask for on eBay. But if you haven't already got this, but I wish you luck. Hopefully, you can find it at a decent price, which is also something I'm going to talk about later on at the pricing because I find it to be, well, bit problematic. So that's it for the box. Just a quick comparison. Here is it compared to the Fifth Doctor and Androzani TARDIS. Now you'll probably notice that the box is actually bigger, which is strange. This one is more compact. However, although it's thinner, it's actually much more wider than this box. Not really sure why, but yeah, that's also something I'll go into in a later video. But now, getting the packaging out the way, just put that over there. Let's move on to the unboxed figures. So we have the TARDIS, and we have the Second Doctor in his fur coat. Now, I'm not a scalper, I'm not a hoarder. The one in the box is for my uncle. We both collect TARDISes. Don't worry, I'm not like those that buy 7 or 8 of them. So, let's start off with the Second Doctor. So, he looks very nice. Really, really well painted. Much better than that one we got in the Second Doctor and TARDIS before that had black eyeliner and looked like he'd been eating licorice because he had black lips. This one has more of a resemblance to the original Second Doctor figure. Very nice. For those of you who may not know the story behind this figure, it was originally a prototype that was planned to be released many, many years ago, but for whatever reason, it didn't get released, and many people thought, that's it, we're never going to get this figure, and here it is. And I must admit, when this set was announced, I wasn't too excited about it, but it is a nice variant, actually. He definitely stand out on the shelf. My one disappointment, and something that probably disappoints a lot of people, is I wish they'd given him his recorder, because, that was such a iconic moment from this story when he's playing his recorder. But very nice. The paint varies on the coats, of different browns and beiges. It's different on every figure. I got one which looked nice. Standard trousers, although they seem to be in a darker grey than usual, much more shiny as well, but same checkered pattern we're used to. New shoes, actually. The shoes are brown with a sort of grey soles, which I really, really like, actually. I think it gives them that something extra. Articulation is very standard. Uh, you've got a 90-degree bend at the elbow. You do have bicep swivel, but it's very, very limited because of the shape of the coat. The head can move from side to side, but it's very restricted, and I don't recommend you force it because you could scratch the paintwork off. Same with the legs, really. You do have a 90-degree bend at the knee, which I wish I could show you, but sadly I'm holding the phone with the other hand because I'm very professional. And but mostly this figure is restricted by the coat, which, that this thing may as well be a statue because you can't really move it all that much. So, not really something that you'd play with, in a sense, because you'd risk breaking it. But a very nice figure and a welcome addition to the collection, actually. It'll really spice up our second Doctor displays because, believe me, it needs it. So, now moving on to what may be the main selling point of this set, and that is the TARDIS. Now, straight off the bat, you may notice there's something different about this. And you'd be right, the sign is on the wrong side. And this really confused me when I first saw it because I was like, wait, what? But then I remember I do remember seeing a second Doctor story where this was the case, and I thought, oh, they've messed that up. And yeah, it's a nice little thing because it separates it from all the previous TARDISes. But my favourite thing about this TARDIS is the blue. I love this colour blue. The recent TARDISes that they've been releasing, like the third Doctor one and the horrible second Doctor one, the colours were horrible, so horrible that I actually don't display those TARDISes. But this TARDIS, I love it. I love the blue. That gorgeous white wash just really highlights the details, if you can see. And I like the signage, even though it is actually a sticker. It's not painted on, and this was a problem because when I first took it out the box, this bit had peeled off, so I had to kind of re-stick it. So that might be a problem for some people. Also, something I've noticed is the roof hasn't been put on as well as it could. If you see there, it just hasn't quite been fastened down. That we have the LED, which is yellow, which is very strange, in the top lamp there. The newly sculpted lamp to look more like it did in the 60s. Normal thing, you've got spring-loaded door, so you kind of just push that and then it locks, and you have a little button here to close it again. If I can, is that going to work? Oh. So you use the spring to open the door there. And, oh, there we are. Sorry, something wrong with my button. Never mind. Inside, as you can see, no inside, which would have been really nice. I do wish character would do this, but actually, it is true to the prop. You could never really see anything in there, so I suppose that's an excuse to not do it. Yeah, not really much else to say. It's your standard flat roof. Personally, I always prefer the raised roof. I always think that looks nicer. But honestly, I really, really love this TARDIS. It's really nice. And it's a great one to add to the collection. And my button really doesn't work, which is quite irritating, but never mind. So underneath you can see the on and off switch and the activation button. So we'll just flip the TARDIS on and we'll try it out. There's your landing sound effect. I believe there are 4 sound effects with this. You have your taking off. So yeah, looks really nice. Sounds very good, actually. I think they've used a far better quality sound that's been on previous TARDISes, so that's a good thing. I don't know if I like the LED or not, quite honestly. I think it's very just not quite as bright as I would like it, and I never remember it being that colour, but there you are. So to wrap this up, while I attempt to fix my doors because the button doesn't work for some reason, let's wrap up this review. So overall, what do I think? Well, I like it, but I don't know if I love it. and I'll explain why. For those of you who weren't already aware, this set was priced at $39.99, which I think is pretty criminal, if I'm being honest. Now, some of you might say, "Oh, but it's got lights and sounds." Well, yes, and if they'd have said $29.99, an extra tenner from the usual $19.99 for the sound effects, that would have been perfectly reasonable. But $39.99, I think, is pushing it, to be quite honest. I just don't think that this set has enough to justify that price. For completionists, it's probably a really nice thing, but I can understand why many of you actually may have decided to skip this set because it is just very, very expensive. And if you have skipped this set, is it the end of the world? No, not really. Not really. There are better electronic TARDISes out there, although this second Doctor figure is very nice. Honestly, I leave it up to you guys if you decide that you want to track this down. If you already have it, what do you guys think of the $39.99 price tag? And let me know in the comment. So that'll do it for this review, guys. Overall, I'm going to give this set a solid 7 out of 10, which I think is very reasonable considering that, it's not amazing, but it's not bad, and I'm very happy to add this to the collection. So please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the set, and please tune in for any more of my future toy reviews. Thank you again for watching, guys. Have a very good day, and bye-bye.